for this lesson, I am going to teach you how to solve quadratic equations using completing the square. So, in learning this lesson, we need to go back how to factor perfect square trinomials. Kasi related dito yon. You're going to use your knowledge in factoring perfect square trinomials in solving quadratic equations using completing the square. So, bakit ko kaya yun sinabi? So, let's try to solve some examples here, no? So, let's say we will be solving this quadratic equation using completing the square. So, let's say we have x squared plus 10x is equal to negative 9. May konting typographical error sa modules ninyo kasi ang nalagay ko ay 10a, pero that is supposed to be 10x. Okay? So, when using this method, completing the square, the quadratic equation should be a complete quadratic equation. Kailangan meron siyang quadratic term, meron siyang linear term, and meron siyang constant term. The thing is, kailangan naka-ganitong form. Okay? Kailangan in this form. In the form ax squared plus bx is equal to c. Kailangan yung constant term mo ay nasa right side para magamit mo yung completing the square. Kapag naka-standard form siya, kailangan mo pang mag-transpose. Okay? So, halimbawa, pag nasa right side yung c, halimbawa here, nasa right side siya, kailangan mo pa siyang, the left side, sorry. Kapag halimbawa nasa left side si c, kailangan mo pa siyang i-transpose papunta sa right side. So, parang ito, no, imagine niyo halimbawa si 9 nandito sa left side, ayan yung standard form, di ba? So, para magamit niyo yung completing the square, you need to transpose 9 to the right side. So, yun lang yung ibig kong sabihin. Kasi kailangan in the form ax squared plus bx equals c. Ganun dapat siya. Okay? For you to be able to use completing the square. So, I'm going to remove this one. Okay? So, ma'am, how do we solve this using completing the square? Kaya siya tinatawag na completing the square kasi we will be forming a trinomial here on the left side, in this side. Eh ma'am, paano po yan? Kasi binomial lang yung given dito. So, paano natin, ma'am, gagawin tong trinomial? We will look for the third term. So, how do we able to look for the third term? So, magiging siyang, magkakaroon siya ng isang term dyan, di ba? So, ma'am, how can we do that? And always remember na yung third term, always siyang positive. Okay? So, paano yan? So, doon na papasok yung knowledge natin sa perfect square trinomials. So, di ba ng grade 8 kayo na-discuss ng teacher nyo how to factor perfect square trinomials? So, ganito yung napag-aralan nyo ng grade 8 kayo. So, ganito yun eh. Ganito yung format niya nun eh. X squared plus 2xy plus y squared equals x plus y. Quantity x plus y squared. Ganyan. Tapos, x squared minus 2xy plus y squared equals quantity x minus y squared. So, as you can see, ito yung trinomial, di ba? So, gagawin nating perfect square trinomial yung given natin. So, kailangan nyo lang muna tandaan yung format na to kasi we will use a factoring here. Okay? So, cut ko muna siya. Okay, later, ipe-paste natin. So, yun nga, ma'am. Okay. We get it, ma'am. Pero how can we solve for the third term? So, ganito. We will use the solution for the third term we will use the second term, the coefficient of the second term. Exactly, this coefficient. So, positive 10, okay? So, 10, we will divide 10 by 2. And then right after natin i-divide sa 2, i-square natin yung quotient. Okay? So, 10 divided by 2, that is 5 squared, that is 25. So, that will be the third term of this trinomial. Nagets ba yun? So, using the coefficient of the middle term in the trinomial, we will divide it by 2 and then we will square the quotient. Ganun yung mangyayari para ma-solve natin yung third term. So, I'm going to erase this part. So now that we know how to find the third term, ayun na ngayon yung magiging given natin. So, I'm just going to rewrite that x squared plus 10x plus 25 equals negative 9. So, yun. So, ma'am, what's next po? So, di ba nag-add tayo ng another term here sa left side. So, every time na may dadagdag tayo dito sa left side, always na kailangan din natin siyang idagdag dito sa right side. So, kung dito positive 25, we need to add also here positive 25 on the right side. Gets nyo ba yun? So, x squared plus 10x plus 25, di ba? Dito sa right side, i-add din natin si third term, lagi. Okay? Plus 25 din siya. So, x squared plus 10x plus 25 is equal to negative 9 plus 25. Ganyan na yung mangyayari sa equation natin. Ngayon, bakit alam nyo dapat mag-factor ng perfect square trinomials? Kasi ito, kinukuha nating trinomial dito ay perfect square. So, yun yung sinulat ko kanina, no? Na i-rewrite ko ulit for you. Ito siya. So, x squared plus 2xy, di ba? Yung sinulat ko kanina, plus y squared equals quantity x plus y squared. Pag naman negative yung middle term, let's say minus 2xy plus y squared equals quantity x minus y squared. So, mamimili kayo dyan ng factored form, depende sa given na trinomial. So, ganito lang yan. Pag positive lahat ng sign ng given na trinomial, meaning ang factored form niya ay ito. Si quantity x plus y squared, positive din. Kapag naman negative yung middle term, therefore, negative din yung factored form. So, ma'am, paano po namin makukuha si x tsaka si y dyan? So, you just need to get the square roots of the first and last terms of your trinomial. So, yun. So, try natin i-factor itong solution natin dito. So, let's say we will be factoring this perfect square trinomial. Ang answer ay isang binomial na naka-square, di ba? And then, positive sila lahat, therefore, positive yung sign dyan. So, solving for the two terms here in the binomial, kailangan natin kunin yung square root ng first and last term dito sa trinomial. So, ang square root ng x squared ay x, square root ni 25 ay 5. So, therefore, yan na yung factored form ni perfect square trinomials. And then we will solve for this part. Solve natin to. Negative 9 plus 25, the answer is 16. Diba? So, as you can see here, parang familiar yung form na to. This type of quadratic equation in this form, pwede nating siyang ma-solve using extracting the square. So here, we can actually apply another method. Extracting the square. Diba? Yun yung unang tinuro ko. Extracting the square. So here, ayun, no, pwede natin i-extract kasi in the form ax squared equals c. Ganyang form siya, diba? So using extracting the square, Sulat tayo ng square roots. So, makakancel na si 2 here, diba? So, that will be x plus 5. And then here, we need 2 signs, no? Kasi kumuha tayo ng square root ng isang constant number. Okay? Positive, negative, 4. Ganyan yung mangyayari, diba? So, I'm going to erase this, no? Para magkaroon tayo ng space. And then, ayan. Using this equation, gagawa tayo ng dalawang answer. Diba? Always dalawa yung answer in getting hindi naman siya always, pero kadalasan, dalawa yung roots ng mga quadratic equations. So, ma'am, paano po magiging dalawa? So, we will separate the signs, okay? Paano na po, ma'am, ang mangyayari doon? So, ganito na nga ang mangyayari. So, si x plus 5, later na natin sila pala paghiwalayin. So, we will transpose first itong si positive 5 kasi kailangan nating i-isolate si x for us to be able to get its value. Kailangan natin siyang i-isolate. So, transpose natin si positive 5 dito. So, x is equal to positive negative 4. Si positive 5 magiging na siyang negative. Excuse me, 5. So, yan. So, now, okay na, i-erase ko to. Nasa taas. Medyo mahaba kasi yung solution natin. Using this, ito na lang natira sa atin, di ba? Sa solution natin. Using this, gagawa tayo ng dalawang sagot. No? So, paano po yun? We will separate the sign. So, ang maging mangyari dyan, si x is equal to, positive 4, 4 minus 5. And then, we have also x here is equal to negative 4 minus 5. Ganyan yung mangyari. Pinaghiwalay lang natin yung sign ni 4. Okay? So, solving this, we have 4 minus 5, that is negative 1. And then, x is equal to negative 4 minus negative 5. The answer here is negative 9. Therefore, our answer will be, in sets negative 1 and then negative 9. That is your solution set. Okay? So, how about another example? So, let's say we have x squared minus 8x is equal to 0. So, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, we need to make this binomial into a trinomial by finding the third term. So, how can we find for its third term? Always positive si third term, okay? So, kailangan i-divide natin si coefficient and then i-divide natin sa 2 and then i-square natin siya. So, parang ganito kasi yung nangyayari dyan. Okay? Negative 8x plus itong si coefficient niya, i-divide natin sa 2 and then i-square natin siya. Ganun yung makikita nyo sa book ninyo. Okay? So, para mas ma-visualize nyo kung paano siya nangyari, I am going to remove the other numbers or variables. No? So, si negative 8 lang kasi yung kailangan natin. Negative 8 divided by 2 squared, ganyan yung mangyayari. So, negative 8 divided by 2, that is negative 4 squared. The answer is 16. Okay? Kaya siya always positive, anak, kasi ini-square natin siya. Kahit negative yung makuha nyo dito, i-square natin, magiging pa din siyang positive. That's why I told you earlier na always positive yung third term. Okay? So, yun. Ganun lang nakuha yung third term dito sa ating given. So, now that we add 16 here, we will also add 16 on this side. Lagi yon. Kung ano yung in-add nyo dito sa left side, i-add nyo din siya dun sa right side. para patas. So now that we have our equation, we will simplify them. So how do we able to simplify this? If a-factor natin tong perfect square trinomial na to. Using the format ulit. Yung sinulat kong format kanina. Ang factored form nito ay x plus y squared. Ito naman, x minus y squared. Ayan. So, between these two, napansin nyo, yung given na trinomial natin, negative yung middle term niya, like this one. So, therefore, we will use the second format. Okay? So, we will use quantity, and then hanapin natin yung dalawang terms, and then naka-square siya. So, negative yung sign ng factored form. Okay? So, now, asan na po yung term dito sa loob ng binomial? So, we will get the square root of the first term and the last term in the given trinomial para makuha natin yung terms dito. So, square root ng x squared, that is x. Square root ng 16, that is 4. Therefore, ayan na yung factored form niya. How about this? 0 plus 16? The answer is 16. And then, as you can see here, magiging ganyang form kasi siya. So, we will use extracting the square roots method, okay? Extracting square roots method, katulad nung ginawa natin sa mga una nating lessons. So, in extracting the square, sulat lang tayo ng dalawang square roots. And then we will get their square roots of the equation. So, here, makakancel lang si 2, okay? The answer will be x minus 4. And then dito, we need two signs, no? Kasi constant term siya, wala siyang kasamang variable. Therefore, the answer is positive, negative 4. So, just like we did earlier, we will need to isolate x para makuha natin yung values niya. Therefore, we will need to transpose negative 4 on the right side. Okay? So, magiging siyang x is equal to positive negative 4 plus 4. Kasi, tinranspose natin siya. So, yung sign niya ay magpapalit. Okay? Lagi yon kapag nagtatranspose, the sign will be the opposite one. So, now here, using this, we need to form two answers, no? So, paghihiwalayin lang natin yung sign. So, yung isa magiging 4 plus 4. Tapos, yung isa magiging siyang negative 4 plus 4. Yan, pinaghiwalayin lang natin itong sign na to. Yan yung pinaghiwalay natin. And then, solving this equation, 4 plus 4, that is 8. And then the other value is negative 4 plus 4, that is 0. Therefore, your answer in set form is 8 and 0. So, yun yung answer mo. How about another example? Let's say nagka-fraction bigla. Ayan, I am going to teach you paano kung biglang nagka-fraction, ma'am. Ayan yung mga kinakatakutan yung given, di ba? Yung nagkakaroon ng fraction. Pero you do not need to be afraid of this given. Kasi, if you know the past lessons, you can solve this easily. No, so now, we will find for the third term of the terms here on the left side. So, i-move lang natin to. And then, positive siya lagi, sabi mo, ma'am. So, we will look for the term here. Okay? So, para ma-solve natin yan, always, kailangan natin gamitin yung coefficient ng middle term. Okay? Coefficient ng middle term. We will use that. So, solving for the third term, ano sabi ko? 5 over 2. I-divide ko siya sa 2, and then i-square natin yung quotient. So, alam niyo mag-solve ng complex fractions? I believe na-discuss ko to when you were on grade 8. Pero if you will see this kinds of problem, di ba, si negative 5 over 2, di-divide natin siya sa 2. Okay? Always nilang tandaan, 2. Di ba? Wala siyang denominator. Okay? So, ganito. I-rewrite ko yung given para mas ma-imagine nyo kung ano yung mangyayari. So, si negative 5 over 2, kailangan natin siyang i-divide sa 2. Di ba? Ayan. Si negative 5 over 2, siya yung ating numerator. Si 2 ang ating denominator. Yung blue line na yan, ngayon yung fraction bar, okay? Diyan sila nahahati. So, ganito ma'am, paano na po namin siya masasolve? You can write this into horizontal form, pero I will not advise that kasi masyado siyang mabagal for me. So, ang ginagawa ko, kapag ganyan yung mga given ko, ginagawa ko siyang complex fractions. So, ma'am, ano po ba yung complex fractions? Kapag sinabi natin complex fractions, ito yung mga fractions na yung numerator niya ay fraction, at the same time, yung denominator niya, fraction din. Okay? In this given, ang fraction lang yung numerator, yung denominator natin, whole number. Okay? Whole number lang siya. So, ano po ba gagawin natin? Gagawin nating fraction si denominator, si 2. Paano po natin gagawing fraction si 2? Ganito lang. Always niyong tandaan na yung denominator ng whole numbers, lagi siyang 1. So, ayan, invisible 1 na naman. So, kapag walang exponent 1, kapag walang coefficient 1, kapag walang denominator 1. So, para magawa ko si 2 na fraction din, magdadagdag ako ng over 1. Ganun lang. Yun lang yun. Sa hinaba-haba ng sinabi ko, yun lang talaga yun. Yun lang yung gusto kong i-point out. So, di ba, negative 5 over 2 all over 2 over 1. Okay? Kasi si 2, wala naman siyang denominator talaga kasi whole number siya. Dinagdagan ni Ma'am Noemi ng 1. Kasi sabi niya, ang mga denominators ng whole numbers ay always 1. Okay? Now, paano na po namin, Ma'am, yan masasolve? So, you will be multiplying the means and the extremes. Ma'am, paano po yun? So, ito lang yun. Extremes, ito. I'm going to use another color. Say yellow yan. Ito means and then extremes. Pag mo-multiply nyo lang. Okay? Pero mauuna tong sa extremes. Okay? So, multiply the extremes. The extremes first. So, negative 5 times 1. The answer is negative 5 all over the product of the means. Okay? Over 4. So, yan na ngayon yung sagot nung dinivide natin siya sa 2. Tapos, i-square natin siya. Okay? Di ba ganun yun kanina? Right after natin i-divide sa 2, we need to square them. So, here, pag in-square natin siya, ayan, isipin nyo, ganyan lang yan. So, therefore, negative 5 squared, that is 25. 4 squared, that is 16. So, therefore, the third term is equal to 25 over 16. So, ganun lang siya. Okay? If nakalimutan nyo na how to solve complex fractions, you can go back to your lectures when you were on grade 8 kasi I believe na-discuss ko yan. Okay? So, yun. So, now that we add another term here, i-add din natin siya dito sa left side. So, plus 25 over 16. So, ganyan yung mangyayari sa kanya. Now, kailangan na nating i-factor. And I'm going to erase this part muna. So, the given is minus 5 over 2 x plus 25 over 16 equals negative 1 plus 25 over 16. Now, okay na tong perfect square trinomial natin, we need to factor it. Okay? So, napansin nyo, negative yung middle term niya. Therefore, yung sign ng factor niya ay negative din. Yun lang yan lagi. And then, to get the terms in this factored form, kailangan natin kunin yung square root ng first and then last term ng trinomial. So, square root ng x squared, that is x. Square root ng 25 over 16, the answer is 5 over 4. Kinuha mo lang yung square root ng numerator and then square root ng denominator. So, yan na yung factored form. How about here? Negative 1 plus 25 over 16. You can just easily compute this using your calculators. Diba? Pero, you can compute this manually. If that's what you want, no? Pero ang mangyayari kasi dito, kapag kinompute mo ito manually, papakita ko lang ng slide, pero if you want, you can just use your calculators in solving this part. Ayan, 16 over 16 plus 25 over 16. Ganyan lang mangyayari dyan pag kinompute natin ng manual. So, negative 16 plus 25, that is 9 over 16. So, kung nagtatanong kayo bakit naging negative 16 over 16, kasi we will look for the denominator of the other addends. And then, gagawin natin siyang fraction using the denominator. Kailangan same ng numerator and same ng denominator. Kasi if we simplify negative 16 over 16, the answer is negative 1. Okay, ganun lang yun lagi. And then, ayan, similar fractions na sila, therefore, we can add them. Negative 6, we can add the numerators, okay, and then copy the denominator. Ganun yung rules sa addition of fractions, di ba? Kaya sabi ko sa inyo, mas madadalian kayo dito if pati yung mga past lessons ay alam nyo na. So, negative 16 plus 25, that is 9, and then copy the denominator. Therefore, the answer is 9 over 16. Pero if, alam mo, nalilito kayo, you can just, click the answer using your calculators. So, 9 over 16. And then, using extracting square roots method, we need to extract square roots in this equation. So, magiging na lang siya x minus 5 over 4. And then, we need two signs here. So, positive, negative. Square root ng 9 is 3. Square root ng 16 ay 4. Okay? So, I'm going to delete this part. Ayan, and i-move ko ito pataas para madayang space. So, this is, ano ba? Lagyan na lang siya x minus 5 over 4, diba? Yes. And then, now, para ma-isolate natin si x, we need to transpose negative 5 over 4 on the right side. So, x is equal to positive negative 3 over 4 plus 5 over 4. Now, using this equation, we will split these signs para magkaroon tayo ng dalawang answer. So, yung una, positive, okay? 3 over 4 plus 5 over 4. And then the second one will be x is equal to negative 3 over 4 plus 5 over 4. Ngayon, napansin niyo, similar fractions naman sila. Therefore, we can simply add them up, and then copy the denominator. So, 3 plus 5, that is 8 over 4. 8 over 4 is simply 2, diba? Kasi 8 divided by 4, that is 2. Ito, negative 3 plus 5, the answer is 2 over 4, or simply 1/2. Therefore, if we will be writing our answer here using sets, the roots of the given quadratic equation is 2 and 1/2. Yan na ngayon yung answer mo. Itong nasa baba. So that's how you use completing the square in solving quadratic equations.